When it comes to small talk, how are you is just a greeting, right? How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. It's just a greeting. It's kind of how we just say hello to each other. And in different cities, you know, that might be worded slightly differently. Like I live in Manchester, people will be like, oh, hi, you're right, you're right, you're right. Are you all right? Is basically what that is saying, right? And it's just kind of the same thing. How are you? You all right? It's just a greeting to say hello. In that moment, most people are not usually asking you to open up and share how you are. Obviously, when it comes to conversation, we're talking about humans, right? So everything is a little bit nuanced because it depends where you are, who you're with, the situation. If you're sat with your friend at coffee and they say, so how are you? They probably are really asking how you are. But generally speaking, how are you is just a greeting. For that conversation to open and maybe develop into a little bit more of a small talk interaction, there's going to usually be a follow-up question. How was your weekend? Right? On a Monday, it's like the easiest one, probably the most common one, right? You go into work on a Monday. How are you? I'm good. How are you? How was your weekend? Right? And then that maybe leads into a little bit more of a discussion. But the how are you on its own is just a greeting, okay? So if there's no follow-up questions, if there's nothing from that, sometimes it's just a greeting just to say hello and acknowledge somebody, right? I've seen my students get sometimes confused with this in the past because I've had occasions where we've logged into a class and I've said, oh, how are you? And then that student has offloaded and started telling me all about how they are, how they're feeling their day, what they've been up to. And obviously with me in a lesson, in a class, it's fine. Like we can have that conversation. But in a real life interaction, when somebody is just going, oh, hi, how are you? They don't really want you to stop and like totally offload about how you are, how your day is going. And first of all, we need to take a pause and acknowledge that person in return, right? How are you? I'm good. How are you? And then for a conversation, there's going to be a follow-up. How was your weekend? What have you been up to? That kind of thing, right?